Hello, Rainy IB students. I will be doing a tutorial for you right now to show you how to log your community service hours and how to upload the digital log sheet so that you can get all the credit you need for the hours that you've already served. So, first thing you need to do is get the log sheet handy so that you have all the answers in front of you, and log into your Canvas account. You're going to go to the dashboard and you're going to find the course that says IB Community Service. When you click on that, you're going to come to this screen that you see here. There's only one assignment and it's open until the end of the trimester, which is this one happens to be October 27th. After this current trimester is closed, I will be creating a second assignment for second trimester hours. So all you have to do is you click on the service, because there's only one thing to click on, and it brings you to the page and it gives you a brief description. It will tell you exactly when it's due and when it's open. It's been open since the beginning of school all the way until the end of the trimester, and you have to remember to upload your file. If you want credit for the hours you logged, you have to give me a photo or a PDF of that log sheet. It's really important that you remember that. Also available, you can have a copy of the learner profiles that you will probably need for your reflection. And of course, this is a link to the video that you're watching right now. And finally, to get a good crisp picture of your log sheet, I recommend downloading CamScanner app. It's a free app, and what it does is it takes the photo of your log sheet or any other document you want, and it turns it into a PDF, and it cleans it up so you don't get the shadow, you don't get the weird crinkles. It just makes it nice and clean, and you can read everything really well. I highly recommend it. So the first thing you need to do when you are ready to log your hours is come down to this form and you fill out all the questions. Some of them are obvious, like your last name, your first name, are you 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, the date of the service. If you did a single day of service, it was one day event, number 4 and 5 will be the same date. If you did a multiple day service like Squires Tonight's tutoring or whatever multi-day thing, the beginning date would be the first day you did that service, and the end date would be the last day you did that same service. It could be several days, it could be only 2 or 3, it's fine. The name of the activity is whatever it is you did. It could be Squires Tonight's, it could be beach cleanup, it could be volunteer at the elderly home or volunteer at hospital, whatever it is you did. Your supervisor's name is the person who signed your log for that activity. And the supervisor's contact information should also be on your log, either their email or their phone number. Either one is acceptable. The start time and end time are pretty, like when did you start it and when did you end it. If it's a multiple day thing, you put the earliest time that you started and the latest time that you finished. You should never do more than 8 hours in a 24-hour period, but if you do a multiple day service, your number of hours will be the total of all of those days. So as long as you're not doing more than 8 hours per day, you can still have multiple days worth of hours. So those are the easy questions. Now we have to put some thought and reflection into the services that we did. So in the event description, you should tell me what it is you did, where it was, a summary of the tasks that you were asked to do. This could be a couple of sentences, it might be many sentences, depending on how involved you were in your activity. Number 13, why did you choose this activity and how did it benefit others? How did others benefit from your service? So this is where we really think deep about what it was you did and what positive impacts you made with your service. Maybe you chose the activity because it was just something that you had just heard about and you were curious, or maybe some of your friends had mentioned it about, like maybe they did it last year and you thought it sounded fun. But the real reason why we do service is to do good for others and to do good for nonprofit organizations. So this is where maybe some of your learner profiles come into it, or the 8 keys of excellence might apply. But how are other people benefiting from the thing that you did? Number 14, how did you implement and practice 3 IB learner profile characteristics? This is where you might definitely need the learner profile document from the top of the page. You need at least 3. Now, not every service or not every learner profile will apply to what you did, but you can find at least 3. And I want you to really think, really think about what you were doing and how you gained as an individual. What did you learn? What did you get out of that service? And how did it make you a better person for doing it? This should be a multiple sentence answer. And the last one, what did you enjoy most about this experience? So this is a personal reflection. Everybody's answers are going to be different. Everybody gets something different out of the service, but there must be something that you enjoyed. I bet you if you really thought about it hard, you could find more than a couple of things that you really enjoyed. So when you're done with answer number 15, you click submit. But when you click submit, you are not done yet. This is only submitting the form that you just filled out. Remember that you have to attach as a file the PDF or the photo of your log sheet. So after you click submit, that part is done. Then you have to scroll all the way back up and go to submit assignment. When you click on submit assignment, it will open up this file upload box. So what you're going to do is, if you take a picture, either like a JPEG or if you do the PDF conversion, I recommend you save it to a specific place on your desktop so you know exactly where to find it. Maybe you put it in a community service folder on your desktop or somewhere where you know where it's at so you don't lose it. So you come over here, you go to choose file, and I put mine on my desktop. And where did it go? Oh, here it is, log sheet September. So I know that those are all my hours for September, and there it is. And now that I've logged I've attached my log sheet, I can submit assignment. And when I click on this, then I am finished. I must click submit assignment. And I am done. Now that is for one service. If I've done more than one type of service, like I did my community service hours, I did my tutoring hours, but I also did a beach cleanup, I would have to do this again for the beach cleanup. Every time I do a different service, I need to log I need to do a different submission of my hours. And I can do this as many times as I want. It will not delete or replace the file that I did originally. It will just add to it. And I can keep submitting hours as many times as I want. And remember that you have to do at least 2 different types of community service for your total. You can do more than 2 if you want, but you have to do at least 2. All right, I think that is everything. If you have questions, please feel free to email me. Good night.